Now, of course, that might not seem like much, but it is significant, especially considering that it can stop the zombie over and over again, potentially. Okay. Tall nuts will not defeat the ladder zombies, but they're still... I mean, they won't get rid of the ladders, or prevent the ladders from being put up, but they're still good protection. Let's see. So I think for this level I'll probably have at least one row of each of these two, maybe 2 rows of this. Maybe 2 rows... You know, maybe I'll do 2 rows of Kernel-Pults instead and just 1 row of Cabbage Pults. Because Kernel-Pults are one of those plants that tends to work better in numbers. If you have more than 1 Kernel-Pult in a row, you can cause quite a bit of holdup in the zombies' advance. So I think that's what I'll do. Cabbages and then 2 kernels in each row. You know, it would be really useful, like, if in Tetris you could see, like, next. Like, the next zombie or zombies. It would be especially useful at the beginning so you knew where to plant. But I guess that's part of the challenge. You don't know where the zombies are going to come. I guess later in the level it wouldn't really matter, because you'd already have defenses up, but in this part it does matter. The coneheads always come before I feel like I'm ready for them. Alright, so I might as well show off what a Kernel-Pult can do now. See, those kernels don't do that much damage, but I guess it's better than nothing. Oh, and they're already getting to that cone. Ah, it's not throwing any butter. Okay, well, that one isn't cooperating with me right now. Maybe the next one will. It's a good idea to plant some flower pots sort of in advance of where you are in your planting, so that you're not waiting for them to recharge before you're planting the plants that you want to put in the flower pots. Again, kind of like with lily pads in the pool levels. Ah, there. Now they're flinging butter. Again, it's random whether they choose the kernel or the butter. Choose in quotation marks. But the butter, I think, is roughly 25% of the time. Which over time adds up to a lot. A lot of butter being thrown at zombies and the zombies stopping. The zombies can also still be damaged when they're stopped, which is important. No, don't eat the pot. You smoke the pot, you don't eat it. Zombies smoking pot, what would that be like? That would probably be very strange. Dude, check out this brain. Although it might also be deadly. You would not want a zombie getting the munchies. Yeah, that would be dangerous. Okay, never mind. Zombie smoking pot, bad idea. Okay, ladder zombie, thank you. Butter him up. Nom. You seem to have lost your head. Yeah, okay, I guess one way to defend against them is to get rid of them before they can place their ladders. course, that's not always possible, but when it is, that's good. Butter. Yeah, if you have two Kernel-Pults in if you have two Kernel-Pults in the same if you have two Kernel-Pults in the same row, then there's a 7 in 16 chance that at least one of them will use butter in any given shot, any given round, if you will. You want the reason why it's not 50% chance. Well, I guess I can attempt to explain that. It's so you have a 3 in 4 chance that each of them will choose a kernel. 3 in 4 times 3 in 4 is 9 in 16. Which means there's a 9 in 16 chance that neither one of them will shoot butter. Just subtract that from 1, and there's a 7 in 16 chance that one of them will shoot butter. Probability theory 101. Not that I ever learned much more than that, but I think it's a common math mistake that people make when they're wondering about probabilities and stuff. Crap, I clicked off the screen, didn't I? No, please don't. Okay, good. I was hoping the game hadn't crashed. Yeah, I just clicked off the screen. When you click off the screen, it pauses automatically. I think I may have accidentally demonstrated that sometime before. And coming to the final wave. I'm a racing fan, so when it says final wave, sometimes I imagine a white flag. Because in NASCAR and... Ah, crap, it didn't eat the bungee zombie. In NASCAR and in IndyCar, a white flag is waved when the leader reaches the last lap. Like the beginning of the last lap. The leader reaches the end of the last lap, that's a checkered flag, but you guys probably knew that. You see, this sometimes throws me off when they attack the rows so unevenly. Because my defenses are always even. I'm just playing the percentages here. Squishy. Oh, this is a good one. I like this plant. Remember when I said that something would be making my plants that I already had more useful or available? Yeah, mushrooms usually sleep during the day, but this thing will wake it up. You plant the mushroom and then you plant the coffee bean on it. And of course we have lots of zombies with metal stuff, which means we're going to want the magnet shroom. Fortunately, because we have the coffee bean now, we can do that. Okay, basic roof plants first. And then coffee bean. And note that that'll wake up any mushroom, not just a magnet shroom. And a squash, and yeah, won't hinder these guys, but will hinder these guys. Okay, I think this should be a good selection. This is the standard 3 flower pots. Were there 4 or 3 per row in the last level? I don't remember. Poor memory retention, or poor short-term memory. Memory retention is redundant, I guess. Ooh, long level here, 3 flags. I like the longer levels. It gives you more time to build up your plants into a truly formidable garden. Rooftop garden in this case. One of the dorms at my college, Swarthmore, had a pretty cool rooftop garden. Maybe they have it on more of them now, but like, I think having plants on your roof actually saves you energy because they're better it improves the insulation, so less heat gets in the summer or out in the winter. I just think, I know there are probably tons of ways to improve our energy efficiency. It's not that we can't do it, it's just that we haven't focused on it, and now we have to focus on it. So, enough about that, though. So now, for some plants, you have a 3 or even 4-step process. You can be planting up to 4 things on the same space. Because first you plant the flower pot, then the magnet shroom, then the coffee bean, and if I had a pumpkin, I could also plant that. Which adds up to a lot of sun to use on a single space, but sometimes you have to do that. This is why I like having 2 rows of sunflowers, because especially later in the game, you wind up having to spend a lot of sun on this stuff. So the magnet shroom effectively costs 200 instead of 100, because you need 25 for the pot and 75 for the coffee bean. It also takes longer because all those things need to recharge, although they all recharge quickly. Yeah, I believe coffee bean just has the 8-second recharge time, which is the fastest one. And I should be planting more flower pots. Guess I'll plant the magnet shrooms in front of the second row of Kernel-Pults. Yeah, that should work. Of course, unlike with these cabbage pults and Kernel-Pults, a magnet shroom will affect more than 1 row. So 1 will be a lot better than none. If you're planting magnet shrooms, but you only want to, or you think you only have enough sun or time or whatever to plant 1 at first, always plant it in the middle row. If you plan to plant 2 right away, then put them in rows 2 and 4. Of course, on one of the pool levels, you have 6 rows, so you can't protect everything with 1 row, just put it in one of the middle rows. Or if you have 2, then put it in rows 2 and 5. Put them in rows 2 and 5, rather. I don't see any urgent need to plant the magnet shrooms yet, though, so I'm going to plant at least 1 tall nut first to protect the magnet shroom before I even... to make sure it's protected. Okay, you need to be squashed. Ooh, and... yeah, okay, yeah, tall nut right now, actually. Yeah, if a zombie is eating a plant, then it getting frozen will... Okay, let's use this guy. Zoink! Then, of course, a zombie that's frozen will pause in its eating. Which is very good. And if you freeze a zombie a bunch of times, then it's going to take a lot longer to get rid of a walnut or a tall nut. Yeah, magnet shrooms can actually... they can defeat pogo zombies in 2 ways. They can... wait, no, never mind. You can... there are 2 ways to defeat these pogo zombies. Either by yoinking their pogo sticks with magnet shrooms, or by placing tall nuts so that they'll smack into them. And I should probably plant more magnet shrooms here. Anyway, the point I was making about magnet shrooms is just try to cover as much territory as you can, and then once you've done that, you can make it so that multiple magnet shrooms are covering an area, which you want to do eventually because magnet shrooms take some time, I believe 15 seconds to recharge once they've been used, sort of like chompers, except chompers take longer. Okay, anything else I could do to improve my defenses? Probably not much. I'm running out of room here. I mean, beyond filling out these rows. Don't want to put a magnet shroom here quite yet. I want to wait until I can tone that up. Oh, another thing I should add about the coffee beans. They can make doom shrooms. They can make doom shrooms, like, they can give them a new use. Of course, when you plant a mushroom during the day, you don't have to plant a coffee bean immediately. You can plant it whenever you want to wake it up. The doom shroom will explode, you know, a couple seconds after you plant the coffee bean on it, which means that you can plant one and then plant the coffee bean at any time afterwards. So you can have sort of a delayed blast nuke, effectively. And you can, and the doom shroom recharges slowly, but the coffee bean recharges quickly. Which means you can plant a few doom shrooms. And then, if you really want to wipe out everyone on the screen, just plant the coffee beans. Which will, you know, and you can blow up one every 8 seconds or so, because they'll recharge that quickly. Of course, if you're using this strategy, beware, because you will end up with several craters. I want to replace that one, but I don't have what I need to replace it right now. I'd have to dig it up and then put a new one in. I don't want to do that before the thing is kaput. So much butter, so many frozen zombies. Why butter freezes them, I have no idea. I mean, butter isn't exactly sticky. I mean, you might be able to make them slip on it, but... Video game logic, I shouldn't be questioning it. It's funny, though, there are some things in video games, like some sort of video game logic that... Like, there's some things that we just wouldn't accept in video game logic. Like, if there were no gravity, or if gravity just randomly didn't work sometimes. You know, everyday stuff like that. Then we might be less willing not to question it. But then there are some other conventions, like, you know, whether you take fall damage or not, whether you can breathe underwater automatically or not, or whether you need to breathe underwater. It's just like, okay, we'll accept it either way. And then there are some things that if you are good at physics, you just don't understand. Like, wait a minute, I was moving when I was on a moving platform when I jumped. Shouldn't my momentum have carried over? That frustrated my brother when we were playing one of the later levels on New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Okay, I should have time for one more level after this. Yeah, this is sort of like the bungee zombies dropping the other zombies is sort of like, you know, the zombies just popping up out of the water, or out of the graves in the regular night stages. Ugh, too many zombies are tearing apart my tall nuts. Kill them faster! Okay, now only one left. Should be able to deal with that one. If not, I can just squash it. Splat. To hear this chewing noise is silenced, even for just a few seconds. Oh, cool. This unlocks a new mode of the game, which I will demonstrate next time. In Zen Garden mode, you basically just have a bunch of plants that you water and fertilize and stuff like that, and they will actually give you money for taking care of them. If only real plants did that. Or you know what, I could just end this session by demonstrating this. This is the relaxing game mode. There will be no zombies coming at you. Just a bunch of plants. Actually, plants don't usually look like this when they start out. So you have to water them either 3 or 4 or 5 times, and then they'll ask for something else. And he has more Twitty Dinkies. So these items are all for the Zen Garden. So he has quite a few items now. He's going to be getting more here. And there's also another whole page, I think. So this stuff, I'll buy just a little of this. You'll need later. Oh, I want this now. This just lets you move stuff around. Okay, yeah, I didn't need to buy that fertilizer right away because he gives you 5. Okay, and these are both marigolds now. Anyway, so just a further explanation. So each plant will grow 3 times, like from a sprout to a very small version of the plant to a larger but still not full-size version of the plant to the full-size version. And each time it grows, it will give you money. It will give you, I believe, yeah, it'll give you 2,000 when it grows to full size. So this is a good way to make money, especially over the long term. When it becomes full size, then it will start asking to be. Then instead of fertilizer, it'll ask for either bug spray or music. Why the plants want music, I don't know. I guess they're, you know, musically sensitive plants. You know, but sensitive, that's not the word. Anyway, and then if you make a full-grown plant happy by either spraying it with bug spray or playing it music, whichever one at once, I think it's random, then it will start just giving you small amounts of money constantly as long as you're on this screen. So you can leave the game on this screen for a while and you'll just get a bunch of coins. Let me see. There's also something that will help you collect the coins, but I can't get it now. Alright, so I'm gonna fast forward through that because I'm going to be playing this level next time. Oh yes, this is a feature I haven't shown off. Okay, I guess I won't show the beginning of this level again, but basically he just said, oh, you're going to hate this level because there are so many bungee zombies, blah blah blah. But this is one of the game's anti-frustration features. When you exit a level in the middle of it, it will save it automatically literally from where you left off. So there is no reason why you can't quit whenever you want. You'll just be right there. I love that feature about this game. You can also restart whenever you want, so if things are not going your way, you don't have to wait for the zombies to eat your brains. You can just restart. Okay, so level 5-5 will be next time. For now, Thinker2112 over and out. Bye.